Strap this live. What's going on, everyone? We're just waiting on Jay to pop in here. I forgot to send the link to him so he could pop in early, but I figured let's start the live so we can get some people in the comments jumping in. So feel free to chat. I think it should all come up here. I know we're trying to stream once a month, so we'll get this going. Yep, there's Keith. What's up? Hey. Welcome. Just waiting on Jay. I forgot to send the link so we can join the podcast. Usually I send that before I live stream on the Russ Lyman channel. What's up, Mike? Yeah, we're going to be talking about 1993 versus 2023. Good 30-year difference. I made a little spreadsheet to kind of go off of some stuff, but we'll take questions from you guys and kind of the comparison there. I think it'd be a good time. And I still edit the podcast, so there'll be an edited version that just goes up on Saturday as regular. Tony, what's up? Appreciate you coming over on this stream too. Yeah, we were playing some Mega Man X2 on the Russ Lyman stream. Jay says, give me a few minutes, I'll be there. So it is my job to entertain you guys while I'm here. Hey, I wonder, let's see, does it let me enter? Nope. There's no way on StreamYard to add the Elgato for some reason. Like I can't live stream my gameplay on here as a, let's see, extra camera. Oh, upgrade for an extra camera. Okay, so you can only have one camera at a time here. Because I think I only either get my video or the gameplay. So, is what it is. Perfect time. I just got a video edited and I can relax now. Pumping those videos out. Yeah, I'm hoping to maybe get something new up on the Russ Lyman channel as for edited content. I was going to try to do a little bit more writing so it's more like voiceover. So I don't have to do so much in front of camera. So we'll see. I mean, I have tons of videos I can be working on for sure, keeping me busy. I'm going to be headed to New York tomorrow to the city. I think we're going to get in probably in mid-afternoon, hit up Joe's Pizza, grab a few slices, and then we're headed to a concert at Madison Square Gardens to see Incubus and Coheed and Cambria. Should be a pretty epic show. I've seen both those bands before. Coheed maybe 3 years ago. Incubus probably about 10 years ago or even more. I saw them last time I seen them, I think was actually with the Deftones. So they were probably still touring with, what was the album? Make Yourself was probably the new album. I was playing a little bit of the Sea of Stars game, and I saw there's going to be DLC to it. So I already put, I think, 48 hours into it, and I'm 2 trophies away from platinuming the game on PS5. Although it's really 1 trophy, because once you get that trophy, the last trophy is when you obtain all the trophies. So it's not really an extra thing you have to do, but it's going to be a longer battle to get this trophy because it's supposed to be, you have to beat, I think, like 8 bosses with a special relic on that makes it more difficult. So whether I can get it done, I don't know. And then if they're going to have newer trophies on there when the DLC comes out, and it's free DLC, which is awesome. Beep boop boop dee beep 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 beep. Beep 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 boom. Stretch it out. Definitely been getting some bad sleep with the mattress that we've been using. We debate about sleeping in here and trying out this mattress. I don't know if it's just too stiff or what, or the pillows. I'm like, oh, I'm not getting great rest. What's he say? Still give me a few seconds. Give me a bit. Give me a bit. Was waiting on Jay. Rax, what's up, dude? I saw you a few times in Retro World this past weekend. Did have some pretty sweet sick ups for sure. Yeah, we're trying to do maybe one live a month. I was like, you know what? Let's try to go live. Jay's taking a little bit longer to get in here. So once he gets in, we can actually start the show. So this will be like the pre-show. Usually I'll edit all this out and then Saturday the regular episode will go up. We did put an episode out today. I was late. I forgot to edit it. So Warp Pipe Wednesdays or Wednesday show that is up now on the channel. Just kind of talking about pre-retro world stuff and kind of what's going on. The Wednesday show is more of what's going on in our lives this week. So usually how this works, we're going to record the weekly Warp Pipe, about 45 minutes or so, and we'll go through everything, close the show. We're going to stay live, and we record our second show that airs Wednesday. So we'll be on till almost midnight if you want to hang out, or if you just got to pop out whenever you can, then that's fine too. Had the best pickups. It was wild. I'm stoked on my new stuff. Yeah, you picked up a the SNES. What the heck was it called? It's like the fancy console. That's all like crisp and nice and new and hard to come by. We actually tried playing Sean's, the analog Super NT. So Sean, 8-Bit Glitch had I think the analog mini, and he had a dock. We tried to hook it up to the TV in the hotel and it would not work. But Aldo brought his modded NES Classic and that worked fine. So I don't know if it was something to do with the dock or what, but we couldn't get that one working in the hotel, unfortunately. Bloody Bones, what's up? Welcome, welcome. Oh, and it was fully modded with every game. Nice. So then you don't have to do anything. Easy enough to use that for streaming. Yeah, they were like, the way it was hooked up, they had to like take the drawer out and like the way the wires were. It's like, can't it just be simple? Plug in my HDMI cord and we're good to go. Like, come on. They want you renting the movies that are in the hotel and all that jazz. Can't bring your own entertainment anymore. Blast. Yes, I did a little checklist here. We'll see. We'll go through. I have 1993 versus 2023. We did top movies, songs, cartoons, best-selling video game, how we bought games. I kind of left it there with the list. If you guys come up with any other comparisons, I can jot down now. Maybe like stores we shopped at or how we purchase things, through the internet and whatnot. A little bit different. Even how we use the internet. I'll jot that on there. How we use the internet, right? Let's see. Had to be, because I'm trying to think if I had internet access in 93, 96, I think when I first got on AOL. So not even sure if you were able to access it in 93. Maybe it was just very infants of the internet, infancy. Dollar movie theaters. Am I getting Shadow of the Ninja Reborn tomorrow? Oh, I didn't know it came out. Probably then, yeah. Did you pick up the Castlevania collection? I've only played which one was it? Portrait of Ruin, because it came with that, Dawn of Sorrow, and the other one. Can't remember the third one. And it also came with a updated version of Haunted Castle, the arcade version. Hopefully Jay will pop in here in a few minutes. Again, usually his computer takes him pretty slow getting on there. Oh, did Limited Run announce it? I'm going to have to try to jump on that, get that physical copy. Beep, boop, boop, do, 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 do. Play with my Batman pencils while we wait. It's the Penguin. That never gonna focus on that. Oh, there he is. There's the little pencil topper I got with Penguin. Catwoman's so small. There's Catwoman. Makes the most sense with Catwoman, right? She's got the whip. And Batman, I don't know why. I guess the Penguin's hanging there. These are retro. Yeah. I don't know if I have a year on it. There's the pencil. Yeah, it does have a sticker. 1991, it says on it. Applause, maybe, is the place they got it. Just writing, whipping Batman around. That could almost be an episode. Pencil topper things. Remember the different toppers going there? Is this glued on? Yeah. Because then you want to add it to like another pencil, right? When you're done sharpening this baby. Oh, just do a straight episode of Batman toys in the 90s. I don't think we did. Like all the Toy Biz figures that came out. Getting tangled up freaking wire here. I'm waiting on Jay. 18 minutes, 14 minutes. Maybe I had to restart the computer. Maybe even late 80s. I remember having a Batman playset where it was a motorcycle that you do. Oh, the ripcord. Oh, right. Maybe.
Hang on 1 second. I don't think I have earphones in.
Well, I don't think so.
Hang on. Where's it at? All right.
He's got it in.
Bam. Done.
I'm gonna see if I can find what playset Rax was talking about.
Let's see. Having a Batman playset where it was a motorcycle. You do the ripcord on it, and it came with barrels. And
A flight circle. Something.
What's funny is like I don't remember seeing that, but I feel like I remember a commercial of that.
I'm trying to look up playsets on there, and it's only showing like Batcave. Let's see. What is this one here? What is it called? 1989 Batcave, but it's very it doesn't have a motor. Maybe two different parts. Maybe you're thinking the motorcycle and the Batcave together.
What is up, Retro Kart Collector? What's up, Rax? What's up? This mic is a pipe bomb. What's up, Russ?
7 people hanging out. I was like, Jay's coming, I think, at some point.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm up here, I'm dying, I'm running out of material to talk about.
Yeah, sorry, buddy.
Tony, what's up? Welcome. All right, we could get into the topic here, and you guys could kind of chime in on what we're talking about. But basically, it's 1993 versus 2023, 30-year difference. I did do a little Google spreadsheet of some stuff, which we can dive into, and then we can kind of go off the cuff.
Yeah.
And chat about some things there. But we're rolling. Let's see, we're 16 in, so mindful the episode will start technically now. Like,
welcome.
Right. Let's see, where's our intro? Here we go. Welcome to the show.
The Weekly Warp Pipe.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Weekly Warp Pipe. I'm Russ Lyman.
I'm late.
You're late. I'm late for a very important date.
It's true.
It's all right. You're here. You made it.
Like an hour ago, I thought I might throw up.
It's all right. It happens.
I don't know what happened, but luckily it went away. But like anytime I opened my mouth to say anything, I was like, wow, I feel like I was going to gag. So wasn't sure I was going to make it. I'm doing better now.
Get some ginger ale and chicken noodle soup.
If only I had both of those things. And it doesn't help that this closet is hot as balls. If I can say that. It's hot as balls. Real hot.
Real hot. Stay hydrated.
That's right. I'm trying.
So we got a message. I believe it was Thai Gaming. Now I'm gonna feel terrible if it wasn't Thai Gaming.
You should feel terrible,
I was gotta jump in and see who suggested this topic here. I don't even know which platform too we got.
Let's just give Ty the credit regardless.
We'll give him the credit because he does message us a bunch. So we're gonna compare 1993 versus 2023, a 30-year difference. And we can kind of go through. I made like a little spreadsheet, gas prices.
Oh, wow.
Top movies, songs, cartoons, best-selling video game. And we'll kind of go back and forth, do our little discussion. We are live streaming as well. So we have people in the chat that may chime in. So you may hear us call that out. So we've been trying to live stream at least once a month or so. This was kind of on a whim. Most likely it's always going to be on a whim unless we really put some thought into when we want to live stream next. But nonetheless,
who said anything about plans?
Yeah. So I did put, for 1993, if you guys were gassing up your car back then, the price of gas per gallon was $1.11.
Dang, bro.
11. So you could probably fill up for, I don't know, $6. Definitely on maybe 10, right? If you got a truck.
Yeah.
Are you searching how big your gas tank is?
No, I'm just curious something.
But compared to today, we got 2023, $3.52.
Even in 2019, it was $2.59.
Okay. So we're already up triple the price, 30 years.
It's crazy.
Buck every 10 years.
It's madness.
So I remember getting a scooter, although this is 2007, and using the scooter because I could fill up for like $1 or so, and I would take that to work.
Oh, that's funny. Like I thought you meant like a legitimate scooter.
No, like the one I literally have now that it turned into Yoshi, the Honda Metropolitan.
I thought you were kicking around on a razor there, Russ.
I mean, before I even had my license, so this is 93, right? I didn't have a license. I didn't get my license till after high school. I was either using rollerblades or a bicycle to get around.
That's right. Same here.
So, and I definitely rollerbladed quite some distances.
Actually, I had a go-kart and a golf cart at one point.
Oh, jeez.
No, high roller.
I guess you got better open roads and
can't hide money.
Just zipping around the neighborhood in the golf cart.
It was orange and only had 3 wheels.
Like it was missing a wheel or had 2 in the back, 1 in the front?
2 in the back, 1 in the front. I think my dad paid $400 for it or something back in the day.
I still feel like that's a lot back then.
It probably was. Maybe it was
right.
200. Anyway.
We got top movie in 1993. You want to take a guess at that? What the top movie was in 1990? I chose the summer. I don't think I just narrowed it down to it still could be
93.
Best overall.
Jeez, I don't know. 93 is such a random year. Like, I think Jurassic Park was 94. And is it 93?
It's 93.
Was it Jurassic Park?
Jurassic Park was the number 1 movie, making 357. I guess was that million? Yeah, 357 million.
You know, that's crazy that they pulled that off in 93. I mean, I remember going to see that in the theaters in Myrtle Beach because I saw it like at the end of like it had already been in the theaters maybe a month or 2 when I saw it. So there was like 6 people in the theater. My sister dropped me off at Myrtle Beach movie theater. But I just remember like being in such an awe when you finally see the dinosaurs. Like, holy crap, how'd they make this look so real? I was like blown away. I loved it.
Oh yeah. I mean, I remember I was playing in the yard at Mom's house and my aunt and uncle were going to the movies and they wanted to bring me in. I was just like, okay, sure. Like movies. Yeah, that sounds fun. And seeing it and be like, yeah, like, wow.
Yeah. Incredible.
These graphics are fantastic.
Yeah, exactly.
Coming in at second place as a runner-up that year was The Firm with 158 million. I don't know if you remember that movie.
I remember the title, but I think it was a little too out of my 12-year-old scope. You know what I mean?
Tom Cruise was in it. Let's see if I could get a plot going. It's a legal thriller, obviously, because it's The Firm.
Yeah, legal thriller. Like, does it speak to my 12-year-old sensibilities?
So
I really want to watch a movie about, the court system. Dad, take me to see The Firm.
I mean, I guess at that time it was all the older people wanted to go see that movie.
Yeah.
Tony says, all I can remember about 93 is Mortal Kombat ruling everything around me.
I mean, that's not wrong. I like Retro Collector. He said, I chickened out the first scene of Jurassic Park and hid in the lobby playing arcades.
Wow.
Just blowing it, bro.
He's like, I'm going to play some TMNT.
Put your age in the chat because that might be relative. Or what year you were born if you want to make me do the math.
Make me do the math. So then in contrast to that, we had the top movie for 2023. You want to try to guess this one, Jay? Last year's top
Ghostbusters.
Movie. It is not. Nope.
Sonic the Hedgehog, was that out then? I don't know.
I don't think.
Mario movie. It's got to be Mario movie, right?
Yeah, I guess it didn't come up on that. Maybe it was just shy. I don't know. Barbie, the Barbie movie.
Oh my
$612 million.
Here. That woke BS.
So Barbie came in top notch, and then Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse did $381 million.
Never saw that. Oh, so me and Retro Collector and you, Russ, are all the same age. 81 babies. I was
was
12 and
and
a
a
chicken. Oh, that's okay, buddy. We'll forgive you.
Maybe I was just, I don't know, primed from like watching like Friday the 13th.
Yeah, I mean, we
and
like
stuff
watched
like
all that stuff back in the day. Yeah, like
yeah,
Tales from the
Nightmare on Elm
Crypt,
Street,
Friday the
Tales from the Crypt,
13th,
right? So maybe seeing dinosaurs are like that, unless dinosaurs like
Predator.
too realistic of like
I
what could
remember.
happen.
No, I will say my brother took me to see Terminator 2. He said, "Don't tell Dad I'm taking you to see this," and he took me to see Terminator 2. And I remember I was scared as crap when that movie first came on, just to watch it. But like after about like 30 minutes, I was like, "Oh, this isn't too bad. I can deal with this." So yeah,
Nice. Tony's just behind us.
82. Yeah,
February
you only
82.
missed it about a month and a half there, buddy.
The spitter, like the dinosaur that spits the acid, you're saying freaked him out?
Well, probably when his big neck thing.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, that. I think it was just the raptor scenes like that were kind of intense. But yeah, when the raptor was in that cage, I could see that being scary a little bit.
Oh yeah, for sure. Did you see that meme? Let me see if I can.
The one with Dennis Nedry.
Yes.
And the Barbazol bottle.
Oh no. See, it's about his outfits in the movie. Let's see. Hang on, if I can pull up the meme. Here we go.
Remember that?
When he didn't do the right password.
Yeah.
So I seen this come up. If you've seen him, all his outfits, they're mimicking people from the Goonies.
That's hilarious.
So he has the flowered shirt. Looks like Chunk. He's got the tan jacket here, and
looks
then
like
the
Corey
raincoat,
there,
looking like the main character.
That's
there.
crazy.
Dennis Nedry was secretly cosplaying Goonies.
Was that intentional?
I don't know. I mean, it just lined up. It seemed pretty neat.
That's wild.
Yeah. Moving ahead. Top songs, music, radio hits.
Sir Mix-a-Lot, Baby Got Back. I don't know.
So top song in 1993 was "I Will Always Love You," Whitney Houston.
Yeah, that was a big one.
But you're close. With the follow-up was "Whoop, There It Is"
Whoop, there it
Tag
is.
Team.
Tag Team, back again. That's right.
I
remember that song made the Mighty Ducks 2 movie when they were playing street hockey in LA.
Oh, nice. So probably, yeah, they were like, what's hot on the radio now? We got to get the rights for this and put that on there for sure. In the comparison, though, we have "Flowers" by Miley Cyrus, I guess was the top song last year.
I hate that song. I buy myself flowers. I'm sad that I even know it.
So not quite as, I guess, epic.
No.
Jeez,
Should have been a Blink-182 song.
Did they?
Let's go top the charts? With me 2023. No, I don't know. They're probably not.
Mike says "Loser"
time, maybe
by Beck.
Loser. Yeah, that's a good one.
Hey, I'm a loser, baby.
So why don't you kill me?
That was a jam.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't like Beck.
He still had hits.
Beck's like a hipster. Like nobody really likes Beck. It just sounds cool to say you like Beck, right? Let's be real.
I don't know. I've never been to a concert. Maybe people come out. So I put top cartoons. I have the top cartoons in 93, but doing 2023 was hard to come up with counterparts, so we could kind of fill that in, I guess, as we want.
You don't, Rex.
So these are cartoons that started in 93. I know a lot of them could have been, 91 that ran through 93.
Cowboys of Mesa. I don't know. Yeah.
So we got Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog.
I remember watching that with Jay Lee White, aka Steve Urkel.
That's right. He was the voice of Sonic. Fantastic. We got Beavis and Butthead. Came out in 93.
Cool.
which they're back on now. I haven't seen the recent episodes.
He
So
said
you can catch
butts.
that. Mighty Max, we were just talking about him last week
Him.
with Tiny Toys.
Yep, Mighty Max.
And then I also listed Rocco's Modern Life.
Hello, Mr. Bighead.
All classics for sure. I mean, and then there's certainly a list of a bunch of others, but I feel like those definitely were core ones for 93.
Yeah. Yeah, Rocco's Modern Life was probably the best of the ones you just listed. Turtles was probably still kicking in 93.
Yeah, I assume so. Like I said, a lot of them that, even started in the late 80s were still probably going through season whatever.
When did X-Men, was that 94, 92, 93? I feel like it had to be when I had the Super Nintendo because I wanted to get the X-Men game because I was so obsessed. So maybe like 91, 92.
Let's see, animated series. Yeah, 92. October 31st, 1992.
Yeah, so like a month before I got my Super Nintendo. That makes sense.
And I just finished watching the X-Men 97 not too long ago. So,
yeah.
I mean, that could be top cartoons. I didn't have any list for what the top cartoons are right now because a lot of movies would come up when I put in cartoons.
Do you know why we don't have cartoons? Hillary Clinton's fault. Pretty sure it was her fault somehow.
I can go off.
There's a connection there.
What my daughter watches. Sometimes she'll watch Bluey, so I imagine Bluey's pretty big, right? I think that's pretty top tier for cartoons. What else could be cartoons that are now? And I guess more adult-oriented cartoons, like we said with X-Men 97. There's, I guess you could say maybe the Castlevania series that came out on Netflix.
Yeah, that was crazy good.
Not sure what else would you add on there.
I don't know. I just miss cartoons being on regular television before everything had to have educational value, which I think that started in the 90s. And that's also when they couldn't market to kids anymore. So that's why we don't get to see amazing commercials with toys anymore. I think. I don't have cable, so who really knows? I could be just talking out my butt.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that too. I don't have cable either. We do have it here while I'm staying at Steph's parents' house. And I'm just like, so many commercials when you're trying to watch something and they're just, terrible commercials. They're not fun toy commercials or new cereal that's coming out or whatever.
Yeah.
So I kind of just blow past that. Then we move on to the best-selling video game of 1993.
Had to be Mortal Kombat, right?
Close. You're close on that.
Street Fighter 2?
Yeah, as I say, I'll give you a follow-up. It was Street Fighter 2.
Fair enough.
Was the best on Super Nintendo, Sega. I think it came out on a few other platforms as well. That was taking the cake. Everyone wanted some arcade action at home.
Yep. Hadouken! Yeah, Retro Cart Collector says, worst mistake they ever made, not letting cartoons be toy commercials for kids, right? I love that because that's basically what they were, 30-minute toy commercials. Mom, come buy me Michelangelo.
Yeah, right.
He's radical.
So Street Fighter 2 was the number one game, and then I put down for best-selling video game came up as Baldur's Gate 3.
What?
Yeah, I think it won some awards as well. I never played anything in the Baldur's Gate series.
What was it, on a console or a computer?
I believe it's on PC, but I'm not sure if it was on PS5 as well. It definitely wasn't on Switch or any of that.
Interesting. J-Love.
But as a runner-up, Super Mario Bros. Wonder did sell a bunch of copies.
I bought a copy.
As did I. So that was a good one for sure.
Yeah.
Slow year for games in 2023, Rex says.
Let's see. What did Tears for the Kingdom come out? Was that like 22?
Yeah, I think so. So
we played a lot of that, or my son's playing a lot of that currently.
It does say May 2023 initial release date.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry about not making it to Retro World. Also, me making it to other conventions other than Southeast Game Exchange is tough.
So maybe one day you'll expand out.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. And then the rest I had on the list, I put how we bought video games in comparison. 1993 versus 2023. So what would the typical
in
purchase be?
in 1993, I would have probably bought a video game at one of three places: Toys R Us,
Mhm.
KB Toys, possibly Walmart.
I would almost say, I believe Funkoland was a thing then. And
Yeah,
I believe
I
I
did
would have
all.
my mom go there.
I remember buying NHL 93 and Stanley Cup at KB Toys. I remember
Mhm.
buying Final Fight at Toys R Us. I remember buying Super Mario World with my Super NES, which came packed together at Toys R Us. Home Alone I got for Christmas. Super Scope I got for Christmas. NBA Live 95 I remember getting at Toys R Us. No, yeah, that's right. Ninja Guy, sorry, Shinobi for Game Gear I got at KB Toys, and Mortal Kombat and Sonic 2 and my Game Gear I got at Service Merchandise. There you go.
Yes.
How
Yeah.
do I remember that? I don't know.
Jay always pulling out the exact
Specifics.
memories. I'm like, I bought games.
They were at stores.
They were at stores. I feel like it was such a different experience as a kid. It's hard to say, like, I don't know if you're bringing your son to go get a new game, what kind of experience is he having going to Target or
Yeah,
Walmart?
I think we've picked stuff up at Target. We've picked stuff up at GameStop, and we've picked up stuff at Video Game Cavern. So he's kind of had a little the spread there.
Okay. Because yeah, I would say, I don't know, when you're going to get a game, definitely was exciting, and so many different places you could choose to get it, whether you wanted to get it used or new. And certainly you couldn't get anything digital. With now 2023 in comparison, could get anything digital, right? A lot of these what was it? I'm gonna say like Nintendo Direct or
Yeah,
something similar to that. When they announce a game, they're like, you can order now, like digitally, get it
right.
now today.
Yep.
And you're like, what? Today, right now, I can play. And like some
Yeah.
kids are excited about that. I'm like, oh, I gotta wait and see if they're gonna release a freaking physical copy.
Right. That's how I did Castlevania Collection and what was the other collection they did?
Contra
Collection. Yeah, just downloaded it straight
Well,
to
to
my
say,
Switch.
literally, they just announced the new Castlevania collection with Dawn of Sorrow, Portrait of Ruin, and all that on it. And Rax was just saying, I'm waiting for limited run to do their initial release.
So you're telling me I didn't miss anything?
I guess not. Oh, Tony with the $4.99 donation to the podcast.
$5.99. Are you out of your mind?
He says, remember 1993 at Funkoland getting the newsletter on how much they will buy back your NES games for? Would be fun to look through one now.
Oh, I'm sure.
If I was not in my wife's little brother's bedroom,
That's creepy.
in my game room, I do have the sheet from Funkoland that someone gave me, and I almost want to say it's like 93. It's definitely in the 90s.
It isn't like one of the most popular games like Nintendo World Champions, like a penny or something ridiculous.
I'm not 100% sure about that, but
I may just be
I
making
know
that up.
fun fact was I was at Retro World Expo this past weekend, and Mort from Mort's Garage did his panel, and he brought up that paper, and he's like, let's take a look at some of the most expensive games. And like Little Samson was like $7.
Yeah.
I think Aero Fighter on the Super Nintendo is supposed to be an expensive game, and that was like, $6. Demon's Crest, all those games. It's like everything's like under $10.
It's crazy, right?
And you're like,
if only we had the foresight of Pat Contry.
But what I would do, we would get so excited. Me and my friends would literally get that Funkoland paper, and we'd circle every like 25-cent game, you know, and then we would go in and be like, do you have this game? And they're like, no. We were like, do you have this game? You know, because we had what, $4 to spend or something on getting some games. And we're like,
Wow.
man, some of these games are super cheap. Like, let's scoop up a bunch if we can.
Dang.
So definitely a fun throwback for that. And yeah, I have one sheet, and I have the dust sleeves that Funko Land
Yeah, those are sweet.
put out. So there's like 5 colors that they did, like red, blue, yellow, orange, green. So I've kept those to put your NES carts in. And I was like, oh, that's a fun throwback as well. So
Funko with the fun throw back.
RIP to Funko Land.
You
What
like my
else
dad
we
joke,
got here?
Russ?
What about that joke?
You didn't like my dad joke?
I didn't hear. I didn't
even get a courtesy laugh from you, Russ. Come on.
RIP to what?
I said Funko with the fun throw back.
With the fun throwback.
It was stupid. Oh,
Jeez.
Move along.
Moving along. I put I did list how we use the internet, but 93, I don't know if the internet was kicking.
it was. I think it just was limited.
Because I'm like, I remember going to my friend's house in 96, like after high school, after a day at high school or whatever, and we'd jump online.
One
Let's
might
see.
even say the internet was taking off and showing off 1,000 other millionaires in silicone things.
In
One might say that.
1993, the internet was both old and so young. The network hosted mature services like news groups, discussion forums, FTP servers, Gopher for web-like things before the web, and so on.
What does that mean?
But in 1993, things got real when the Mosaic web browser was released. So I don't know much about the internet then in 1993 with that. All I know is when we started using it, it was basically just chat rooms, right?
I would say 96, 97, I was going into chat rooms, doing the old ASL, age, sex, location,
Right.
typing in really weird phrases like pheasant and kidneys to freak people out. I don't know. I would just type in the most random things
Good God.
just to mess with people.
Just mess with people.
Just say weird sentences.
Now it's completely opposite end, right? Everything's internet, right? Internet based.
Yeah.
You have
Almost
so
too
many
much.
different social media apps to use, and even with video games, playing online with people,
I feel like I'm on the internet right now.
being on the internet right now with a podcast, being able to chat with people.
From
It
all
blew
over
my
the world.
mind when like I got like capture software. It was called Dazzle, and I was like, oh,
Dazzle.
I
have
can
a
use
Dazzle
this to like
to capture game footage.
right. Like it was. I think it was mainly used for recording your camcorder.
Mine
right?
was called
Footage,
Video to PC. I still have the box somewhere.
like a basic thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was so happy to have it. I was like, I can finally put my gameplays up.
Now it's super easy. Definitely a leap in years. I don't know what 30 years out from here would be compared to.
Oh, it would just be plugged into your brain. You'll be like wearing some glasses that look stupid, like the
In
Virtual
30
Boy.
You think in
tape-
30 years though we'll go with like
Tape to
brain
your
implants?
face. Oh yeah, we're gonna be floating around on hoverboards and surfing the internet while surfing the skies.
Well, they had, I would say, to look into the future when the what was the Apple thing that came out? I forgot what it was called. Like the headset, like the Virtual Boy.
Yeah,
The Apple, whatever it's called. But it shows like you could wear that and see the world around you, but have windows up of whatever things, apps open.
because that's what we need.
I'm like, then it was just like people wearing those and trying to drive their Teslas too. And I'm like,
Oh my
that's not
God.
safe.
Teslas.
So who knows where I headed with that?
I don't know. The world's probably gonna be ended by then. Jesus is gonna get pissed off and kick down the door and be like, "Done with this place."
That's it. Hit reset.
Said I wouldn't flood it, so burn it.
What about toys we had or purchased 1993 compared to 2023?
Toys are like $17.89. I don't know what that
Oh,
means.
the prices
But they're expensive.
insane. Yeah, I wonder what.
Like you can probably get like an action figure for like $2.99, $3.99, like less than $5, and now it's like everything's like close to 10.
Well, also with like inflation in comparison, right? If it figures back then were like under $5, how much people? What's the average income or like paycheck weekly, right? What are you making? Like $6 an hour then?
No, not even. In 1997 or 8, when I got my first job, $5.15 was minimum wage.
So is that? I wonder if it's comparable then, right? A $5 figure then to like a
Yeah, maybe like
$10 to $14 figure now.
We're talking about inflation, so yeah, it's hard to calculate, but maybe.
Richard's saying Google Lens. I don't know if it was that. I mean, it could be similar to what Apple had. Apple Lens thing. What the heck was it called? Apple Vision.
Apple Vision.
Apple Vision.
Sega Vision.
Sega Vision.
That's what I want.
But I will say with the toys, going into the toy aisle, I feel like way more, right? You go in, there's probably 20 G.I. Joes, 20.
You mean back then?
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
I
they were
just felt
stacked. Yeah, there was tons. It was like
Like-
so much better.
going now, there's like, you get like two sleeves or whatever of like
And the only
figures.
the only good toys out now are the remakes of what was out back then. Like the retro Turtles, the retro Ghostbusters.
Yep.
I hate new toys.
Well, I even saw Street Sharks are coming back too.
Oh yeah. Today is kind of depressing. You're not wrong, Richard. Creepy crawlers.
Ty wants to know what was the top toy in 93.
That's a good question.
Top toy of 1993. I think it was hard to narrow this down here, but let's see what it says. Toys of the past.
Probably like does the video games count as toys? Probably like the Super Nintendo. The Sega
What
Genesis.
was well? It does say what the popular toy was the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers were the top of many children's wish lists that year. Action figures and accessories of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers based on the show.
I could see that.
Other than that,
Tiger handhelds.
I need
Tony was right. Power
to
Rangers.
follow up. Yeah. And then what does this say? Today announced that its iconic Barbie brand was named no, that's 2021. Oh, of today, best-selling toy. Today there in the 90s. Okay. But yeah, I mean, being at toy aisles then versus now definitely is different. Oh, you and the talk boy.
Credit card. You got it.
The crash test dummies. Remember those toys?
Oh yeah, those were rad. Too bad the video game's garbage.
That's true.
That's true.
Can't get into the crash test dummies. What about the band? Wasn't that a band? The crash test dummies.
Once there was
Was
a
a
kid
kid
who got into an accident and couldn't go to school. That guy's voice is so deep.
I wonder if people found out about that band because of Weird Al's version of the song.
Maybe.
Because Weird Al did a version too. Yeah, they.
All right, we're done.
We're done with that one.
Sorry.
Stretch Armstrong was listed.
Oh, that's
as one of
cool.
them. J Love was saying, I don't think I ever had the Stretch Armstrong. I remember the commercials, and you're just stretching his arms out. I mean, they have them now too.
Now they
them
have
stretchable.
They have gujitsus now.
Gujitsus.
Yep.
Can't say I've seen those. Like GOO, goo,
Yeah. I think so.
Gujitsu.
Yeah. And they stretch. My son's dried out, and I about cut myself on its arm because it was like sharp where it dried, and I was messing with it. And Louis, welcome, Louis. Look,
Oh yeah, Gwen had one of these the other day.
A Gujitsu?
Yeah. Here we go. I brought it up on Amazon. $20 for these stretchy guys.
Yeah, $20.
Sharks.
They're kind of wild. Kind of weird.
Whoa, wait, there's Ninja Turtle ones over here. $50 for a
Oh.
4-pack.
$50? Yeah, right.
Or you get the Sonic ones. These are minis. So I guess I got a whole bunch. So it's kind of like a comeback. Gujitsu instead of
Jiu-Jitsu.
well, I was gonna say instead of Stretch Armstrong.
There you go.
Domino Rally.
That was a good game.
How
Psych.
did-
I never
yeah,
played it. I don't even know.
Selling dominoes to kids.
Sounds awful. Hey, kids, you know what's fun? Setting these up and getting them halfway set up and then them all falling over. Did you ever see the domino video I did with all my NES carts?
I did, yeah.
See you, Louie. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Yeah, I set those things up and I would get like 100 of them set up and I'd accidentally hit them. It was maddening.
I would say once they got it going, like they had tons of sets.
Of domino rally sets?
There was like glow in the dark ones that look really cool.
Maybe.
Well, there was.
It was
telling you.
probably it was probably more, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I'm trying to say is it probably seemed more fun than it actually was.
Oh, I see.
Thanks to commercials.
Thanks to the commercials. I mean, it was all about the that could be the thing right there. Toy commercials 93 compared to 2023.
Non-existent. Mousetrap is the craziest game you'll ever see. See, that's what marketing does right there. It's stuck in my brain 30 something years later.
Look at this Domino Rally, glow in the dark ghost ride.
That's kind of cool.
There's like skeletons, a little haunted house featuring the Phantom Mine.
That's fun.
There's an action shot of it set up. I'm like, that's cool.
That is cool.
That made you want to set up freaking little bricks.
Nope.
Featuring the creepy castle. It's a chain reaction of surprising stunts and non-stop action.
Until it does stop. And you have to set it up again.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm being so negative. I don't know what's wrong with me. I think it's this hot room.
Jay hates dominoes.
I hate dominoes. I hope dominoes explode in your face.
Not the pizza, but
The pizza's
toys.
amazing. Hope that pizza does not explode.
oh well. Look, Richard says, "Look at this. I had an automatic domino setter up thing. It worked.
wow.
Kinda.
That's cool.
So you must have been able to. Wonder, did you put it in and it was like motorized and it just drop them, or maybe it's just handheld? You just like pull it up or something.
That seems
But I
excessive.
suppose that would get it going. Yeah,
Crossfire.
Mousetrap. Never learned how to play it. I loved all the mechanics on there, but yeah, I would mostly play games with my mom.
I actually played through a Mousetrap game for the first time as an adult, and it was actually a lot of fun.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean they do have re-releases of some of these board games here, so
But as a kid, it was like by the time everybody got the board set up, nobody wanted to play anymore. No patience.
I mean, and that's just like the basic board games. They have some pretty involved board games nowadays that you could get into, geared more towards the adults and stuff. But
Go play Settlers of Catan.
oh yes, or we did Canton recently.
Is that the same thing? Catan?
yeah.
Or we're just saying it differently?
Oh, maybe we are. Where you get like hay and like
Yeah.
you build your
we-
land up.
I need some iron ore. Who's got the longest road?
Right. Yeah, we played it once. My wife then bought it, and then I don't think we even played it after that.
Me and Haley been playing a lot of Monopoly lately. That's what we call it anyway.
Like a regular Monopoly.
Yeah.
Imagine a Nerf gun. This is always a follow up here. Cartridge, but with dominoes. Typing that out sounds so dumb.
Oh, that's strange.
I mean, I can always look it up. Domino setter up thing.
I'm sure that'll come up. So specific.
I guess I'll have to put 90s, right? Because they got new ones now.
Oh, J-Love said Spytech toys. I remember those commercials. They made it seem a lot. I can't talk. They made it seem like a lot of fun. that made it seem a lot of fun sometimes. How
I found this on eBay. Buy Domino Rally 1992.
oh, that was probably it. The Domino Dealer. Look at that thing. Pretty sweet. It's
Oh, look
clear.
at- So I have a video we
Is
can
it-
watch.
Oh snap! It even sounds like the 90s. Oh, I get it now. Like the Nerf cartridge. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, that so you just load your dominoes up and press that and let it go. Gotta keep batteries not included. So you gotta keep
Richard
buying batteries.
runs to eBay and buys it back to remember his childhood, so he can listen to that sound.
That could be an episode in itself. Sounds of the 90s.
Ooh, I like it. There was this toy I had. This is going back to like 86, and it was green, and it had like 3 or 4 different little compartments that were. It was a car. It was a vehicle, and it had a snake sticker on it, and the pieces hooked together with like I think little yellow connections. And I have
Okay.
no clue what this toy was called, but if anybody knows, I know this is not involving 93 or 2003, but let me know, please, because I can't find it. I've scoured the internet. I don't know where it is.
Scoured the internet. Let's see if the people come through on this.
Let's see.
But Mike does say, remember the guns that shot small plastic discs? Those were dangerous. I got yelled at for shooting random things. Now, I don't know about the disc, but I definitely had guns that shot like pellets, essentially. And I was able to get those because I wasn't old enough to get like a BB gun or something like that. But you can almost, all the different types of guns that shot projectiles that you can pick up in 93 for sure. Cap guns.
Oh,
These
cap
pellet
guns were
guns.
rad. I love the way a cap gun smells. Yeah, get that smell. You know that smell.
I mean, essentially, then with kids getting, I mean, I did it myself. Like, I ended up getting some of the toy guns and spray painting them black because you want them to look more realistic while you're playing war with your friends or whatever.
I don't know if I ever did that. But Russ, the DIY man, I can see you doing it.
That's right. Painting stuff back in the day for sure.
Bye, Jen.
Tony says 1993 was right in the middle of the Goosebump craze.
Yeah.
Now, I bet you that was we probably had those book fairs, right? That came to your school. And I'm
Yeah.
sure I picked up quite a few Goosebump books.
I can tell you right now, I did not pick up any books, but I probably picked up a lot of other stupid stuff that wasn't book related.
Like I could
like-
use these erasers.
Like pictures of Bobby Bonilla and
who's
King
Bobby
Griffey Jr.
Bonilla? Oh, he's a
players.
baseball player. I'm like, Daryl Strawberry. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
there you go. I was always behind
Jerry
something.
Rice.
I was always behind something stupid at book fairs besides books.
Well, they couldn't have too much other stuff, like bookmarks and posters, right? Lamborghini
Just-
posters.
I just knew I wasn't going to read, so reading is a waste of time.
I mean, the Goosebump books you could read it in a day. Jay wasn't having it.
Nope. You know what I was reading? I was reading this.
What the heck is it? Just a Macaulay Culkin book?
Hold on. I gotta see this picture. Keep talking and I'll find it.
I remember buying a bunch of Choose Your Own Adventure books as well. So super excited about those. And then to this day, I still pick them up if I go to Goodwill. I do search for, Goosebump books and Choose Your Own Adventures books. So I'm trying to kind of rebuild that collection there for sure. Yeah, a Viper or a Porsche poster. I think every kid had a crazy car poster for sure. All right, what's Jay showing us here? Christopher Columbus, the director of Home Alone, came up with the perfect plan for getting Mac, a Nintendo freak, to learn those lines. I told Mac he could play Nintendo if he learned his lines perfectly. The plan worked.
And there you go. Macaulay Culkin was the original NES addict.
Get him on the show. Someone reach out to him. We'll get him on the weekly war pipe. Oh, okay. Sticker books. What about the sticker books that you had to buy separate sticker packs for?
Those were rad. I loved those actually. I had Was it Gremlins or maybe Transformers? I don't know.
Probably so. Yeah. I mean, they still kind of have stickers and stuff I seen where I'm at Target kind of browsing. I guess it's hard to compare since I'm not buying that stuff currently right now. It's more towards, I guess, Jay with kids, like the difference of us when we
Yeah.
were kids buying stuff, and are your kids going crazy for stickers now, or
No, they don't care about stickers.
no one cares about stickers anymore?
Nope.
Where's some other things we could compare from 93 to 2023?
That's a good question.
We did toys, game.
What about like sitcoms? Do those still exist?
That's true. Yeah. What was some of the top sitcoms in 93? Top sitcoms in 1993.
Oh, there we go. And we're back.
All right. By ranking, this is on Wikipedia, top rated television programs 93 through 94. 60 Minutes was number 1.
60 Minutes.
And then we got Home Improvement, which we were really recently watching. Steph was kind of going through it.
I love
We
Home
watched a
Improvement.
good couple episodes on there. Seinfeld and Roseanne. And then I feel like it kind of
I love
trails
Roseanne.
off with some of the other ones. I'll just rapid fire some of the other ones were Grace Under Fire, Coach, Frasier,
I loved Coach.
Murphy Brown, Murder,
Loved-
She Wrote, 2020. Then way down at 16 was Full House. 21 was Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And 30 was Family Matters.
And Grace Under Fire did better than all those.
Yeah, number 5, it had a 17.7 rating, which I have no clue what that means, but and it was under ABC.
I couldn't tell you what's on TV now, though. Me either, Mike.
TV shows now. I mean, big difference is a lot of it's streaming, right? If you're watching TV show, it could just be the whole season gets dumped on Netflix and you could just binge watch it in a week or so. I mean, there's still stuff on like HBO that goes week to week, but I'm not so in tune to television since we got rid of cable. But there may be some shows possibly then. But this way you don't get that anticipation from like watching, an episode of Home Improvement and it ends on a cliffhanger and you're like, oh, I gotta wait a week to like see what happens. Like, how is this going to conclude? Then you go to school the next day and you're talking about it with your friends or whatever. Definitely missed that part of it.
Now it's, hey, let's wait 7 more years until Stranger Things finally finishes the last season.
That's true. We're waiting. I don't know if it's dropping this year. I don't think so.
Don't know. Don't care anymore.
we're invested too much time, and now we're
well, like you know what I mean. Like once so much time's passed, like you got to strike while the iron's hot. I don't care. I mean, I'll probably watch it, but I'm not missing
as invested.
It. Nope. Yeah, SNL doesn't have a draw.
Mad TV, yeah, all those comedy shows. I mean, I even watched what was the other one?
In Living Color.
In Living Color. Yeah, and it must have been Mad TV too in the Living Color.
Fire Marshal Bill. You gotta really dry your bottom lip out if you want to get that look.
That's true.
I'll try to do it for you.
Jay's impression here.
I love it.
Who hated it?
I got a cough now.
Yeah, I mean those shows were great watching weekly for sure. I can't say again, not having cable, makes it so much different. Like basically I'm watching clippets, maybe if you're scrolling on TikTok or Instagram from like SNL or skits and stuff like that. You're kind of just getting the cliff notes of the show.
It's not even that funny anymore.
We could do snack time, snack time comparison. Dude, shark bites. I miss so much.
Do you remember the great white shark, or was it the tiger shark that was like the special one?
I think so. I believe I watched like a quick thing about snacks and they brought up shark bites and it changed. Like they stopped using some certain ingredient that people
Ooh.
wanted to shy away from. So
Red
then
number
they
5.
couldn't, right? They couldn't make these anymore. And I'm like, ah, man. I was like, to only go back and be able to
We turned out all right. We were
Shark
eating
bites.
shark bites all the time.
all the time.
Dunkaroos are still around.
Shark bites. Yeah. Dunkaroos did make a comeback. So that came back. And they still have Gushers as well.
Yeah.
So some snacks are still there. You know, I find myself browsing through.
They need to
The
bring back
snack aisle.
bonkers. Bonkers.
Okay.
It bonks you out.
I think I remember those.
You don't remember bonkers?
I don't think
If
so.
you saw the commercial, you'd be like,
Right.
holy crap, I remember this. It always had like a big piece of like a big grape or like a big strawberry falling on somebody.
Oh,
And
right,
And it would
right.
say, bonkers. It bonks you out.
Lunchables
See?
are still around too.
That's right. So are you know what like I thought was such a failure, and I think I voiced this before, but like why didn't High C do a better job of getting Slimer on the Ecto Cooler when the Ghostbusters re-released it? When they
Yeah, recently.
released it when
Mhm.
Ghostbusters came out. Yeah. Why did they put Slimer on the package? Spend a little money, get Slimer.
Get the
Blowing it.
whatever, the trademark or whatever you had to pay for.
Yeah.
Licensing.
Yep. You're blowing it.
Who knows?
I don't know. But I do know it's almost time to eat Monster cereal again. Should be seeing it in stores soon.
That's true. Yeah, yeah, we're coming up to the fall season. And they'll have
Dude,
the Boo Berries, Count Chocula.
Bloody Bones throwing out the Kid Cuisine with the little penguin on the package.
That's right. I gotta bring that up so you guys can see.
Was there a
that.
kangaroo? Was there a kangaroo too? I remember the penguin.
Kids?
All I know is like I wanted to eat Kid Cuisine so bad. It was probably awful for you, but man, it looked delicious, right?
No, my
The
dad
commercials.
definitely got me the Kid Cuisine.
Do you guys remember Giggles? Those cookies?
I think so. Maybe.
I don't know why, but I always wanted to eat Giggles. It just looks so cute.
Where's our Kid Cuisine here?
I want to see the penguin. Not the Madagascar penguin. We need the old original Kid Cuisine.
I put 90s in.
Yeah.
Oh, was there or is there's this chef guy? Or it looks like this shows a penguin and a polar bear.
Oh, okay, yeah. I wonder if that's how Mill and Colin came up with their album title or that one song title, Polar Bears and Penguins.
Look at this meal here. You get
Yeah,
Chicken-
dude.
chicken nugs. I think that's a brownie.
Who knows?
And I can't tell the other two. Potatoes and mac and cheese.
Yeah, maybe. Or shrimp and yeah, who knows what that is? Corn?
Hamburger pizza.
Yeah, that's Kid Cuisine right there, dude.
That's the Kid Cuisine we grew up with.
That's right. All the nutrition you ever needed.
Oh, here we
Right
go.
there.
Beef patty sandwich with
God.
cheese. It's not a hamburger. It's a beef patty sandwich with cheese.
But hey, you know what though? It doesn't matter what you're eating because there's a free fun pack inside.
Man, what the heck is the fun pack? There's probably stickers, temporary tattoos.
The brownie was delicious in the Kid Cuisine.
But that would be, yeah. I mean, I go to the store with my dad on the weekends, and he probably was getting Hungry Man.
He was getting Hungry Man, and you're getting Kid Cuisine.
Yeah, Kid Cuisine.
Hungry Man. That's so funny.
It was corny brownies.
Because the corn probably slipped over into the brownie.
First world
That's
problems.
gross.
Oh yeah. Everyone's saying that corn is in. I never had the corn issue, unless I don't remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the burgers. Burgers were the best, and the pizza and the nuggets were the best. I imagine, yeah, it was so bad, but I mean, it's like we didn't know. It's easy heat up meal, right? Kids hungry.
That's right.
I said, on weekends I'd go to my dad's because my parents are divorced, so dad had me, so it was probably just easier than cooking a full meal. All right, we'll just grab you this instead of going to McDonald's or Burger King, right?
Shut up, Russ, and eat your beef patty sandwich with cheese.
Still can't believe it's called beef patty sandwich with cheese.
Dad, can I have a new video game? Shut up and eat your beef patty.
If you eat all of your beef patty and sandwich.
Then we'll talk about getting Mario 3.
How about here's one that popped in. How about comparing malls, right? Malls in
Oh, yeah.
93 to going to the mall now.
Yep. Now they're dead. That's the difference. They were alive then.
Now they're dead.
No, you know what's funny? Like our mall here in Greenville is actually doing fairly well for the most part. It's still pretty rad. The Walmart in Seneca has the Monster Show for 2 weeks now. That's crazy. So you're out towards Clemson. That's so funny. Local boy, Bloody Bones. I like it.
Yeah, it said some of my friends have brought up that their malls are doing fine, but here in Connecticut, yeah, it said go to the mall and definitely dead. Dead
is it
zone
dead?
for sure.
The Anderson Mall's dead. That for Bloody Bones, he probably lives out that way. Anderson Mall's dead. We used to have 3 malls in Greenville. We had the Greenville Mall, which always kind of struggled. The Haywood Mall, which was always the banger mall. And then we had one called McAllister Square, which is now like a university transfer center for colleges. But you know what I'm missing, malls? I've been seeing a lot of TikTok videos. I miss water features. Like,
right.
There was like little bricks you could sit on. There was like water in them. You could throw your money in there. You know, if you want
a wishing well or something.
Your little wishing well and fountains. And there was
What happened? I lost Jay. I can't hear Jay anymore. Are you back?
Yeah.
Something. Kinda.
All right, let me double check. It's probably not the right audio. Let me look.
But yeah, I mean, definitely searching out. I would seek out arcades in any mall I'd visit. That'd be a highlight for sure in 93.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I don't think you can see any arcades at a mall. Maybe very rarely, but it's more of a, like in my mall, they have a Dave and Buster's. So that's probably the closest you can get with that.
Yeah. We used to have a Aladdin in the Greenville Mall.
Oh, that's a brand. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, that's what Mike's pulling up. Aladdin's Castle arcade connected to the ice skating rink. I can remember the burst of cold air when the connecting door was open. Nice.
Hey, when I was at the Anderson Mall, though, I found a copy of Gyromite at that little retro store with the Famicom adapter in for like $8. Caught him slipping.
Nice.
I was with Pac-Man case. Yeah,
most
barcades
now. Yeah, a lot of things transferred to that. So, I mean, good and bad. I guess that kind of brings back a little bit of our retro scene now that we're older and we're appreciate the arcades. We're like, all right, we'll go out to the barcades, because I mean, you're going to Dave and Buster's. They're not going to have those fun arcades that we grew up, right? They're not going to have Donkey Kong, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, all these like ticket games. They do have some like new. I did play a newer what the House of the Dead, right?
Okay.
Shooter game, which was kind of cool, but that was like the only one that I'm like, oh, I mean, I guess Luigi's Mansion kind of counts too. That was fun.
Yeah.
But none of the classics, none of those fighters, no Neo Geo cabinets or any of that stuff.
Neo Geo.
So
sorry, I think of that song every time.
Definitely missed that from 93 to 2023.
Yep.
I mean, we could touch on the housing market, right? Obviously, you could get a lot more.
Oh yeah,
in 93.
I bet you could probably get like a 2,000 square. Was it 2,000 square foot house? Is that right? For probably for like $90,000.
I mean, I could Google search that. I guess like how much was it?
Now it's probably like 330 to 50
square foot house in 1993.
Shoot, you might have been able to get it for like $75K.
Let's see. How much were houses in the 90s? I don't know if I'll be able to narrow it down right to 93. Goes by state. So my state in Connecticut says houses were 176,000 in 1990.
Oh wow, it's expensive. What about South Cackalack?
South Carolina, 60,000.
Told you, under 100K. That's why Connecticut sucks.
Man,
Sucks to suck.
sucks to suck. That's why I should have bought the house for sale on J Street.
See? Tried to tell you. Why didn't you believe me, Russ?
What do we got here? Tony says phones in 93. See-through corded phone
Oh yeah.
versus the 2023 iPhone 15. We peaked in 93.
That's right. The clear phones.
Man, yeah, we did a full episode, I think, talking about all the clear electronics and stuff that we had. The phones, the computers, the Game
Yep.
Boys.
That's right.
The
Clear stuff was
pagers.
awesome.
I mean, again, kind of doing that. I mean, phone conversations. I feel like I barely have any phone conversations now. It's all text messages,
Voice chats.
voice chats, right? Instead of calling direct lines, calling up, getting a phone number from a girl, calling her house, speaking to their parents.
Can't do that now, Russ. You're married. That's the difference.
That's the difference. Definitely, yeah, big difference there.
That's right. Oh man, I don't know what to talk about.
I mean, we covered a lot for sure.
Yeah.
I just had that broad topic to kind of compare some of the stuff in there, but I mean, certainly 30 years. It's a big difference for sure. The cars we were driving, houses we were buying, video games we were playing. 30
right.
years time.
The way we
certainly
looked.
changes a lot. Way we dressed, yeah, looked. Right, probably wearing Jinko jeans.
Not 93.
93.
I was probably still wearing like Nike clothes and Adidas or Umbros. I was probably like wearing Umbro shorts.
Okay. What was that other brand we talked about? Rad Dog, or what was it?
Oh, Rad Dog. Rad Dog was like a trapper keeper for boys.
Oh, okay. What was the
No,
shorts?
oh yeah, No Fear. I had No Fear hockey shirts for sure. My one friend TJ used to always wear these shirts. I thought they were weird, but they were like super sexualized. They were called oh man, what was Big Johnson shirts?
Big Johnson.
And it was like, you know, always some kind of sexual joke about
The Johnson.
the Big Johnson. Yeah, he thought they were great.
Sweet. Yeah, 93 versus 2023. Hopefully it was a fun, entertaining episode to see what it was like back
Bum
then versus
equipment.
now.
Hypercolor.
If you guys do want to call into the show, you can leave us voicemails. We do have a phone number, which you can save on your phone and give us a buzz.
Can and
It's-
should.
It's 949-682-9277. That's 949-682 WARP, WARP. That's in Warp Pipe. Couldn't get the full, like, call us, Warp Pipe, whatever, but close enough.
That would have been red.
I do have a website set up as well, the weeklywarpipe.com, that has all our episodes, and you can pick up merch to support the podcast. We got stickers, magnets, buttons, and all that fun stuff.
Go buy an NES Headache shirt while you can. This will be the last year. I'll probably leave them up for sale.
Yeah. I think I have links in our YouTube descriptions for those as well.
Preach.
Yeah. Do give a quick shout out to our Patreon supporters. We got Dan and Nicole's Treasures Untold, Joe Sheevy, Trace Livingood, Samantha Chang, Rodney Torres, Retroholic16, and Austin Mills for supporting the show. You could either support us on patreon.com/Russ Lyman, or if you're on YouTube, you can sign up as a member on there and you get perks as well. that'll wrap up the show for the weekly Warp Pipe. So we appreciate you guys listening. Hopefully you enjoyed going in the Warp Pipe with us, and we'll see you on the next level. Why did YouTube rejected my comment? It's thinking it's spam.
What did it say?
I put still going for a bit if you want to hang.
Oh. I don't know.
Still here, whatever. Well, let me shoot a comment now. I don't know. Maybe 'cause
Everyone is here.
who knows? I was going to try to run to the bathroom quickly, and then we can do our Warp Pipe Wednesday.
Just don't fall.
So if Jay wants to,
I'll hang out with you guys.
Chat with the 8 people that are in here for momentarily.
I'm down to talk. We can talk about what I did last night. I crucified the insincere last night. I went to see the Smashing Pumpkins. I have a quick video. Maybe I can show you. When I was watching Disarm. Hang on, let's see here. I don't know if you can see this. There's some Billy Corgan. For those of you that like the Smashing Pumpkins, like myself. Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna do the weekly Warp Pipe or the Warp Pipe Wednesday, which I'll talk about that some more. And who knows what else we'll talk about. But for now, I can show you this cool candy jar that Retro Reminiscence sent me. And inside of it are all the little McDonald's characters. There's a Goomba. Oh, and also I wanted to comment on your cup. I actually got this cup in Pittsburgh when I saw Pittsburgh play New Jersey, and Jack Hughes scored a goal on them, which I figured he would. So, yeah. And that's cool. You guys, who'd you guys get as a coach just now? Oh, you guys got the dude from Toronto. My God, why can't I think of his name? Toronto is my second favorite team. I'm sure you know if you're a New Jersey fan. Why can't I think of his name? Anyway, you know who I'm talking about. But yeah, so I got lots of little Nintendo toys. Here's the Koopa Paratroopa. It's not Dan Bosman. He used to be a Penguins coach. I think he's coaching Seattle. I can't remember the guy's name. It's killing me. It's driving me crazy. I can even see his face. I don't know. Anyway, who else here? Let me know in the comments. See here now. Mike is here. Let's see what I can play. Oh, Rex is here. I'm not a good guitar player, so I don't know why I'm doing this. Russ is the better guitar player. I'm not. How many of you guys have seen Dark Crystal? So I don't love this movie, but Netflix did a series on it, and that series is incredible. So you should check that out if you have time.
Now I'm back.
I tried to play guitar, and everyone left. Sheldon Keefe, thank you. Thank you, Sheldon Keefe. Good Lord.
Sweet. All right, here, we'll jump onto this so we can get a quick half hour or so on this.
Warp Pipe Wednesday.
Oh, Jay.
What's up?
What's shaking? What's up?
What's up was, I used to be a little boy, so old in my shoes. Do you know that song?
Yeah, the Smashing. Did you go see Smashing Pumpkins this week?
Last night I did.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
How
And
was that?
well, so I did something stupid. I thought it was a smart idea, but I guess everybody else in my area thought of it too. I was like, I don't care about this opening band. I'm going to show up late, avoid the traffic, and just sneak right in. Well, traffic was bad. I missed the first 3 songs, and I was walking in as they were playing Today, which was a fail on my behalf.
Oh
So
man,
I wasn't already seated for Today, but I
Yeah.
did get to they played awesome stuff. They played Ava Adore from the Adore album. They played Tonight, which is probably my favorite Smashing Pumpkins song, as is most people's. That song is what hooked me. They played Cherub Rock, they played Jelly Belly, they played Zero. What else did they play? They didn't play We Only Come Out at Night, which I wanted to hear off of Melancholy. They played 1979. Yeah, I mean all the hits. I mean that band has so many hits. They were incredible. Yeah, there it is, 1979.
how long would you say their set was? Like 2 hours?
Pretty short. I think they started at 8:45. I was thinking they were going to get started at 9, so that's probably why I missed 15 minutes of the show. And they
Mhm.
stopped maybe at like 10:05, 10:10. By the time they did all their waving goodbye and all
Right,
that stuff, and throwing picks and set list out and things like that.
Nice.
But it was pretty good. I mean, they played probably 18 or 19 songs, which I thought was about 5 to 6 songs too short.
Mhm.
But they had Kiki Wong. I don't know if you know Kiki Wong. She's like this crazy good guitar player from LA. She's like of Oriental descent,
Mhm.
and she's really attractive. And so she was crazy. She was like rocking out. She was shredding that guitar. Billy Corgan's got to be a super underrated guitar player in the rock world. He was killing it. James Iha was there. James is an original member. Billy's obviously probably the founding member. And then Jimmy Chamberlain, the drummer. The only person that wasn't an original member that was there was Darcy Retzky, not Gretzky like Wayne Gretzky, but Retzky. And she was the bass player, and she was really awesome. I would have loved to seen her just to see the original members, but they had this other chick from Australia. I can't remember her name right now. It might be in my history because I had to look her up.
Okay.
But anyway, she was like a backup singer, and then they had like some other bass player from like England who was there. But guess what they announced last night? Because they're in the rock world and keep up with stuff like this. I didn't see this until later, until they
Okay.
actually said it. But apparently, we'll believe it when we see it. But Oasis is getting back together.
Oh,
At
I
least-
did. I saw a post of that.
Noel and Liam, I think that's their names.
Yes.
Gallagher. So if they come to America, I'm going to have to see them. That would be a crazy treat because they're
Well,
the second biggest band out of England besides the Beatles.
Right. I was going to say the two big music things this week was Oasis reunion, and then there was a countdown clock if you went to linkinpark.com.
Oh, because they're getting a new singer?
That was like the rumor. So like I went to it, it had this huge countdown clock, and when it hit 0, it then started counting up. And the last I tuned into it, it was up to 4 hours. So I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I heard that and you probably heard this too, but like I've heard rumors of Derek Webley being the new singer, which doesn't make sense to me.
He, as far as I know, he squashed those rumors.
He denied that, right?
That's the singer for Sum 41, if you didn't know.
Sum 41.
He's like, I have to finish up the tour with my band and this and that. So I think another rumor was the singer from it's the band Stand Atlantic. I think that's the band Atlantic Stand. I forget which one. It's a girl singer. So maybe girl singer for new Linkin Park, but
that'd be kind of rad.
I haven't seen anything yet as what the announcement was. So maybe they're ready to come back and do a tour or maybe an album or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
That could be pretty big.
But the Pumpkins were rad.
Nice.
Billy seemed to be having a good time. James seemed to be having a good time. They seem to be getting along. I mean, it's kind of a long tour too. So yeah, I don't know. Billy was wearing his crazy, heavy, long jacket in the middle of muggy South Carolina. I'm like
sweating it out to look cool.
Man, if I was you, I would be rocking a t-shirt, and maybe jeans at most, but I would not be wearing. I don't know. I don't feel like Billy needs to play the role anymore of the ghoul. I think he could wear whatever he wanted and
Right. Still.
probably look a little cooler. Because I feel like once you're a certain age, trying to dress that way, you look kind of dumb.
Blast.
I mean, sorry, Billy, your music's incredible, but you dress weird. It's his each their own, though, right?
Yeah.
Maybe he thinks I dress stupid. Anyway,
Any hoots. Tomorrow I'll be going to my concert, which when this airs would have already went, but we're going to Madison Square Garden for Coheed and Cambria with Incubus.
sweet.
So, should be sweet. The wife took the day off, so we'll be able to go into the city a little bit earlier. So we'll probably grab pizza at Joe's. That's where we usually go. That's the pizza place that was in Spider-Man
Yeah.
with Tobey Maguire.
You should figure out where the pizza place is for Ninja Turtles, the Turtles 2.
Yeah, I wonder if maybe it's not Manhattan. Maybe it's in one of the suburbs.
Oh, you know what though? It might not even be in Manhattan because they filmed a lot of that movie in Wilmington, North Carolina. So maybe it's
it could be
not even in the
there.
city. Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. Other than that, I've been playing slightly a little bit the Sea of Stars video game. So I'm 48 hours into it.
Jeez.
I've already beaten it.
Okay.
And I was just trying to get like the trophies to 100% it.
Yep.
So I had a few odds and ends that were like cook all the dishes that you get.
Bless you, Russ. Russ just sneezed. And he probably farted too.
Yeah, so cook the dishes. Then it was like I had to learn one of the combos. One was like listen to all the stories at the campfire. So I only have 2 left. It's really 1 left because the last trophy is get all the trophies, right? And you get a trophy for getting all the trophies. But it's like you have to beat 10 of the bosses with this certain relic armed, which makes it harder if you have it armed. So I'm going through New Game Plus now to kind of get that. But they just announced free DLC that's coming to the game. So it's going to add a little bit more story to it. So we'll probably get another few hours out of it. So I guess I'll be over 50 hours in with this game.
Dang, bro.
But I was, recommending it to a few people at the convention this past week. And I was like, yeah, check it out. Sea of Stars. I mean, it's on Switch, PS5, PS4, and all that. It's kind of like a Chrono Trigger-ish game.
Yeah. Yeah. I got to beat Chrono Trigger. One day it'll happen.
One day.
So I think. I've really been playing any games.
I was going to say, what are you doing? What did you leave off on? Tears of the Kingdom?
Yeah, I mean, my son's playing that. I really haven't gotten into that one, to be honest with you. I've messed around with it here and there for a couple minutes, but nothing major. I do have in my top loader behind us, I have Nightmare on Elm Street because I'd like to try to beat that. I've played it several times. I get a little further each time, but those bosses, man, I really struggle to like protect myself from them when I'm hitting them. So I lose a lot of lives on the bosses.
Gotcha,
they kind of do this pattern where they kind of almost like a figure 8 pattern, and then it kind of like it's almost like a screensaver where it bounces and it slightly changes a little bit,
Right.
And every time I like hit him, I think he gets a hit on me too. So it's like trading licks, and I usually lose that battle.
Yeah, I'd like to try to beat that maybe for this coming spooky season, right?
Yeah.
Get that down.
Yeah. I mean, you could do it, especially if you use save states. I'm trying to do it without that. The OG way.
The OG way. What you really need to do is get 3 other people and play together.
Now that would be rad. Yeah, just have the whole crew. Then I could probably. I bet even if my son helped me, we could probably beat it together. That's what I should do.
Because I'm wondering, do you share continues or like I forget? Everyone gets their own Like, so it should be an advantage, right?
You would think. You would
Playing it
think.
with all the extra people. Too bad there's no online support on NES Classic.
Oh, I know. Then we could just hop on together, Russ, and beat it together like real men.
There we go. Just
Whatever
have to
that
wait till I
means.
fly out there.
Yeah, or that.
Yeah. See, anything else? I was just streaming Mega Man X2.
Yeah, how'd that go?
I got all the bosses down, and then we did a hunt for all the X armor pieces, sub tanks, and heart containers. And then what I did find out in the first game, Mega Man X, you can get the Hadouken,
Yep.
and in this game, you can get the Shuriken, the uppercut.
Oh, nice.
But I think you can only get it where there's certain like mid-level bosses in the area that have pieces of Zero,
Okay.
right? So you would get his head, his chest, his arms, and this and that. But I only found 2 of them, and then I went to like the boss levels or whatever. So now it's like past that point.
Gotcha.
So I guess you can't get it anymore. So you would have to play the game again if you wanted to get the Shuriken. It's not needed to beat the game, but
just fun to have.
Right. So I was like, I don't know if I have it in me to go through again and then try to get it. Maybe.
I've played Mega Man X because I got it at a yard sale a while back only a few times, but I couldn't get into it.
Oh, the first one you couldn't even get into.
I don't know. I think it's just something's wrong with me. But yeah, I don't know. Like I don't love backtracking in games.
Okay.
So I think like I just want to beat the level and be done with it and move on, you know?
I mean, it's certainly not
linear
necessary to backtrack to get these things, right? You don't need the armors and but I was like, oh, I'll use a guide anyways, and easier to find this stuff, and makes it easier to beat the game because you have the better armor, you have the energy tanks and all that. So,
and this is going to sound weird, but I think I'm also turned off by like how big Mega Man is and like how he looks so different.
Well, I mean, it is a different robot from Mega Man,
right? I mean, I knew that, but I just want
the blue bomber,
teeny tiny little Mega Man running around,
tiny Mega,
not big Mega Man.
So I wonder, have you ever played Mega Man 7 on Super Nintendo?
No, only X on Super NES.
Because 7 does have a larger sprite of Mega Man, but it's in the original series. So that'd be curious. Maybe I'll go to that one after this one. I don't know if I want to go to Mega Man X3 after this for live stream. Maybe I won't even play a Mega Man game. Maybe I'll just play that on my own time. But
there you go.
I've never played that or Mega Man Soccer.
I have Mega Man Soccer.
Yeah.
I have a copy of it. It's actually pretty fun.
So I heard.
Yeah. I like it. I don't know. I think my buddy Johnny gave it to me. He randomly had it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's a super expensive game, but
maybe like $60. I don't know.
Oh, okay. You might have. I mean, might have gone up. I don't know.
Let's see. Maybe 70. I don't know. I feel like it's a little more expensive.
Mega Man Soccer.
Let's see. I'm about to find out because I'm curious.
Jay's Googling.
All right. Let me see for a sold copy here. Sold copy. $59.
Okay.
$52. Yeah. So like between 50 and 60, I guess.
All right.
$74.95. I mean, like, yeah. I was right on the money.
I will say I didn't get into it, but I did do an expo this past weekend. I was at Retro World Expo in Hartford, Connecticut, showing off the car. I had a booth set up, and I did do a panel on Sunday.
How'd that go?
I had about maybe like 20 people show up for the panel.
Okay.
I was kind of discussing my video game DIY projects. I went over, I think, 3 or 4 consoles that I did, and then 3 controllers, and then talked about the car a little bit.
Gotcha.
And so I had little short videos that I clipped together that I can show, and a few pictures, and describe like materials that I use. And then people are asking questions. It ended early. You get an hour. I probably talked for 30 maybe 40 minutes.
Yeah,
And I was
it's
just kinda
tough
like,
it's tough to fill a whole hour by yourself.
What do you guys got questions with? And I was like, I was like, so I bought a house.
Yeah. Did you get a
But
lot of good feedback about the podcast, or was everybody like, you should just fire Jay immediately?
one guy just did come up and he was pointing at my shirt and he was like, oh, I have that shirt because I wore like the Into the AM shirt.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
And I was like, yeah. But I gave out a bunch of stickers and stuff. So I don't know if we'll have new listeners or whatnot, but
Let us
everyone
know in
said
the
that,
comments if you
yeah,
are.
the banners look good. So I was like, yeah, we do a podcast. And I was showing off. Here's all the stuff that I did. I did about 20 custom NES controllers. I think I sold maybe 8 of them.
Okay.
I did a Toxic Crusader one. I sold 2 Ninja Turtle ones, Castlevania, Contra one. What was another one I sold? I think a Super Mario Brothers one as well. But
Gotcha.
I got maybe 10 left over that I'll be bringing to the next convention. And
There
a
you
few
go.
people reached out too, were like, hey, I wanted to buy a controller, but I didn't have time. So I'm going to ship those out to them.
Well, at least they're done, you know. You have them made already.
Right. And I placed an order for like replacement screws for the controllers because
Yeah.
sometimes
They get rusted.
it's so hard to get them out or they're stripped, and I wasn't going to get it in time for the convention, so I ordered a set from overseas there in like China or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like $10. Takes
There you go.
10 weeks to come or whatever.
A week for $1.
Right. Then Mort was there, so me and Mort went out for pizza on Saturday night with his family.
Doop, 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 doop. Oh no, he doesn't even do that anymore.
How's
he doing?
Cool seeing him. He did. Sorry,
Russ is tired. Russ is sleepy.
I've been
Man needs to
streaming
go to
for
bed.
4 hours. He was a little sick, I think, from traveling.
Oh,
So he's like, I'll stay my distance and this and that. But he did a few video stuff with me, so I'm sure I'll show up on his channel.
Sweet.
And Phoenix Resale, Caleb was there as well. I didn't get to say hi to him, but I saw him cruising around.
But
But
he's busy.
he did post a documentary video on his channel about the SoCal Retro Gaming Expo that just happened in June.
Yeah.
And I made it into that, like browsing for like with B-roll, and then it shows me walking into the convention with my Game Boy shoes on. So that was kind of cool.
Nice.
So I was like, hey, I made it in.
That's cool.
Yeah. But yeah, I was showing the car off at the convention. They had a few other cars there as well. They had Kit from Knight Rider was
Nice.
set up. There was a Barbie Jeep. Someone had a Dragon Ball Z truck. My friend had his Spider-Man car there. There was the Men in Black car. And I think that might have been it. But mine and Kit were the only ones inside the convention floor.
No, was it the original kit?
I mean, it's a replica, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not the movie accurate one.
Pretty
But
cool.
we were working on a new paint job that's kind of like cell shaded essentially. And I did a little quick thing to my bumper because we were working on it and it's in primer, but this is kind of what it looks like currently.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so we're kind of going for the like comic booky pixel feel.
That's
on
cool.
that.
I like it. It's definitely got more of a direction now, it seems like.
Yeah, so we're kind of like that was like the concept. So in the coming weeks and months, we're kind of going to change it from there and go with it.
Sweet. Very cool.
Yeah. Anything else happening? That's kind of.
I mean, I could talk about my favorite thing to talk about on these Week Warp Pipe Wednesdays. Blink-182's got new music coming out September 6th.
Well, what did they drop? I got like 2 new tracks that came.
They dropped
That's
No
not
Fun, which is
Yes.
incredible. I love No Fun. And they dropped All in My Head, which is pretty good, but not as good as No Fun.
Okay.
Yeah, No Fun was awesome. Like, I've been singing that song nonstop. It's kind of a tricky song to sing. So, but I got it. Perfect Storm Gaming, welcome.
I was just on their podcast for half an hour prior to me streaming.
There you go.
Absolutely. Yeah, I said have me back on in future episodes when I had some more time.
I'll
But
have
I
to
went
check
on
it
there
out.
from 8 to 8:30. Then I streamed on my channel from 8:30 to 10, and then we've been streaming since 10 on the
Yeah.
Weekly Warp Pipe. So
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think I was going to make it. I was feeling sick.
yeah, I was getting a little worried. I was like, well, if Jay can't make it, then I'm just going to live stream longer,
Yeah.
and we'll beat Mega Man X2, I guess,
Yeah.
essentially. But
I think
Jay made it.
I think I'm coming down with something though, because like I have this telltale sign before I get like a sickness, I get sweaty right here, which is really weird. And
Okay.
I can feel it now. I don't know if you've been watching the video, you've seen me rub my face a few times. I'm like, I need to go take some Claritin like ASAP and get some sleep. So I think I'm coming down with something is what's going on.
Usually when I feel that tickle in the throat or this and that, I just go like crazy drinking water to try to like flush whatever out and to make sure I stay hydrated. It's like,
Yeah.
I mean, right, flu season's coming up, I guess. Right?
Yeah. And see,
Get your flu shot.
I started working with kids again. So I
Oh,
think
okay.
I'm lots of germs, people sneezing all over me, spit, slobber, everything. It's gross.
Yeah.
I think maybe that's happening. My immune
Well, I was
system's
gonna say too, I was just at the convention meeting and chatting with a whole bunch of people so you could get the con flu, right?
yeah.
So certainly keep my hands washed and try to stay clean, drink my
Yep.
water.
So yeah, I'm gonna definitely go downstairs and take some medicine as soon as we're off here, because like I think it's going down.
Nice. I was trying to think of any. I think there was a Nintendo Direct that I missed that they announced some stuff. Or
I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't even pay attention to those anymore, because it's like unless they're gonna be showing a banger,
right?
And then I usually just watch the selected part I want to see later.
Yeah, recap. I mean, I saw John Riggs post some games that he was picking up that looked cool, so I was like, all right, recommendations. And then I heard the new Castlevania was coming out, the collection. So I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. The Weekly Warp Pipe Convention by Russ and Jay.
The whole.
There might be 7 people there. HPR Shredder. Directs won't be relevant again until Switch 2. I think you're right.
Yeah, whenever.
Also,
that would be announced.
If you haven't watched HPR Shredder, he makes really cool content. Go check him out.
Yeah, it's nice long form stuff that you can put on just kind of while you're doing stuff for sure.
Nice to meet you too, Perfect Storm Gaming.
So thanks for dropping in, Russ. Nice to meet you. Maybe we'll have both of you on in a future episode and we can do a cross stream thing. I'll be in touch. Hey, absolutely.
Don't cross the streams. Just kidding.
Nice. I haven't seen the new Ghostbusters movie yet. I still got to get that on my list.
I saw that one. It was great.
That one, and then the new Alien movie came out, Alien Romulus.
I am dying to see the new Beetlejuice movie.
Oh yes, and that's dropping too.
Yeah.
So definitely got to hit the theaters. Have you seen the drinks for the Beetlejuice movie? There's like some type of soda.
Yeah,
right?
I did see it. It was like something green apple. I saw it when I was at Walmart.
Right. Yeah. I don't know if you picked
really
it up.
close to buying it.
I heard bad things about it. I heard it doesn't taste great. So,
well, it tastes like Beetlejuice. How could it be? Dead jokes.
I guess so. Oh no! Oh, you go. I didn't even think of that. Borrowing movies from the library.
Genius. Amazing AJ. He knows the way.
Yeah. Beetlejuice is everywhere right now. I love it. Nostalgia overload.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, speaking of, let's see. I wonder if it's on there. Bull Airs.
Oh, yeah. I saw it today. Beetlejuice ad from Bull Airs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here, we can pull up the site here.
Planning ahead.
They got some dope.
Denny's has a Beetlejuice menu. Oh, I wish I could go eat that.
He's doing shoes.
Dark. Sandworms. I wish I could call it Beetlejuice. I can't do it.
Yeah, those are pretty sick.
Those are cool.
He's got those. He's got let's see.
Those are really cool, actually.
This little sweater here. It's kind of like half his, half Beetlejuice, and just half black.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then the regular shirt, right? It's just like a button up that kind of looks like him.
Yep, that's cool.
And then one more item, I think. He's got this T-shirt with Beetlejuice on it.
Yeah,
What is he holding? He's holding
he's the ghost with the most.
he's got some horns. Oh, okay, for like the bulls, right? For bull air. Why won't it let me like zoom in here? I'll just do that.
HPR Shredder says, I never saw the original Beetlejuice. Kind of gave me Nightmare Before Christmas, Rocky Horror vibes. So I feel like it made me it'd make me uneasy. And I'm assuming you might be a little bit younger. Are you fans of the Beetlejuice NES game? I bought it, and it's not as bad as the AVGN says, but it's a little tricky. The control isn't great.
Right. I almost wish it maybe came out later or something. I don't know, or it was more based off of
Yeah.
the cartoon. Like I
Yeah.
feel like the cartoon was fantastic. If you haven't seen the Beetlejuice cartoon, that one I think was really good.
Like it's almost like it needed to be on the SNES.
Yeah.
And
I
like
mean, again,
you can stomp beetles in the game too, but like I can't remember if it gives you health when you do it, and they're so tiny. It's like it's really hard to see.
right. So yeah, they never did. It only came out in NES, right? Or maybe Game Boy. I think it was on Game Boy too.
It might have been on Game Boy. I wish I could find my copy, but I'm not gonna. It's probably too far back there. But
Your NES copy,
yeah, I got a copy of it because I wanted it. But
just to have it.
yep,
Beetlejuice, Game Boy. Let's see. Yeah, I imagine it's the same game as the NES one, possibly.
I wonder
don't
who voiced the cartoon. Whoever did a good job.
Beetlejuice cartoon voice actor. Stephen O'Medi did Beetlejuice.
Interesting. Don't know who he is.
Let's see what else has he done. Wikipedia. He was a Canadian actor and director, mostly known for his stage work. So he was in Care Bears. He did, what else is sticking out? The Iron Giant he was in. X-Men TV series, the cartoon. So some good stuff.
Yeah, I'm with you. I wish they'd make more movies not based on existing IPs. Like create something new and stop trying to bleed our nostalgia dry.
Oh, right. It's like, well, what could we do? Like,
Well, it's kind of like in the 80s.
Twisters
Like
came out.
like everything rad came out in the 80s. It was like an explosion of like creativity, and now it's like, oh, let's just keep remaking the same old thing.
Right. Well, again, like I heard The Crow just came out and it bombed at the box office. I'm like, who's that movie for? Real? Like, I had no interest in seeing it. Even the second Crow, when it came out in like the 90s, I was like, meh.
Right.
It's like, why would I want another one now? Like, freaking so long later.
Yeah.
Right, Manny says, I don't know how LJN got all the good movie licenses for games. They literally had like everything back in the day. Jaws, Beetlejuice, Back to the Future, and many more.
Yep. So many.
I guess that kind of wraps up our Warp Pipe Wednesday here, what we've been up to and doing.
Unfortunately, I needed to. I can tell I'm fading quickly.
We're all fading. It's almost midnight, us recording, so we appreciate you guys hanging out. We are live streaming as well, so try to live stream once a month or so. So we appreciate you guys hanging out in the live stream, listening if you are. And we do a quick shout out to our Patreons supporting the show. That is Dan and Nicole's Treasures Untold, Joe Sheevy, Trace Living Good, Samantha Chang, Rodney Torres, Retroholic 16, and Austin Mills. If you guys want to support the show, you can head over to patreon.com/Russ Lyman. We got HP Shredder in the chat here, Manny's Arcade, Amazing AJ. Appreciate you guys hanging out in the chat and listening to us. As always, thanks for jumping in the Warp Pipe with us, and we'll see you on the next level.